can't. Higher lethality and AI improvement management. Which ones haven't I done? Oh yeah, where do I find her? Body mod, go below. In the loud order. Enter sandbox package. Adds new follower to your game or lasts till the end. I just stopped the rendition server. Night Gate Anne playing her trade as a bard. She also happens to be quite decent enough with stats, perks, and spells that complement that. She's essentially can be married. Not sure about her stewardship though. Night Gate. Dragon's Reach and Ferngor's Laboratory. I put it in a floating barrel next to the position. It's floating. Aww. Okay. Enchanted Lights in FX. There's children over there.
Are upset. They don't all support you.
Damn the Jarls.
They demand the moot.
And damn the moot! We should risk letting those milk drinkers put Torik's woman on the throne? She'll hand Skyrim over to the elves on a silver plate.
All the more reason, then. The crown would legit...
Take care with those flames.
A crown doesn't make a...
No, but this one.
I'm not much of a Grew up here. Cold as at Mora. But that just grows the beard thicker. Lot of history in these walls. We're trying to make some more. It's a lucky time to be alive.
It heralds back to a time before Jarls and moots.
For Ulfric? Well, nothing official. Known him for years. He seems to value my thoughts, and I'm grateful for that. I don't really have a mind for war, and I think he likes having an untrained opinion from time to time.
You're certain you
The
found...
Jarl has put out a bounty on some bandits. Here, take a look at this decree for details.
Fine. I'll send the unblooded here with you. Fancy a crawl through a moldering dungeon to see if you can't stir...
Travel safely. It's dangerous out there.
It will be there. You'll see. You're alive. I owe Ulfric a drink. I have to admit, I didn't think we'd be seeing you again. I misjudged you. You're definitely Stormcloak material. It's time we made this official. You ready to take the oath?
Oath.
Before you're one of us, you must swear fealty to Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak, future High King of Skyrim. You must also pledge unswerving loyalty to your fellow Stormcloaks, to Skyrim, and to her people.
Isn't it enough that I want to fight Imperial?
You can stick a sword through an Imperial any day you want, but that doesn't make you a Stormcloak. We're not just fighting Imperials. We're fighting to restore Skyrim to her glory and give her the king she deserves.
I get it. For fuck's sakes, I guess I have to take it.
That's the spirit. By swearing this oath, you become one of us. A heroine of the people. A true daughter of Skyrim. A Stormcloak. Repeat after me. I do swear my blood and honor to the service of Ulfric Stormcloak.
Ulfric.
Jarl of Windhelm and true High King of Skyrim.
Jarl of Windhelm and true High King of Skyrim.
As Talos is my witness, may this oath bind me to death and beyond.
Oh, hello. As Talos is my witness, may this oath bind me to death and beyond. Do I want to do that? Should I do that?
Even to my lord, as to my fellow brothers and sisters in arms. All hail the Stormcloaks, the true sons and daughters of Skyrim.
Oh, for fuck. I'm gonna regret this.
Now you're one of us, which means you get to tag along on a little trip with me. Oh, and here. You're a Stormcloak now. You ought to look the part.
Maybe I shouldn't have did that. Why did I do that? I feel like join the Imperial Legion. Shit.
What?
Can't talk to Valmore. Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that.
Self out there.
Damn Tullius. These pocketed men in the rift. It's
Reasons. Since when does a man need a reason to protect his family, to defend his homeland? It's the damn Outlanders and Empire that need the reasons. Not this Empire. The world's better without it. Certainly Skyrim is. I fought in the Imperial Army in the war against the Dominion. I bled and spilled blood for the Empire. And for what? The Empire to bend its knee before those evil elf bastards? Signing a treaty meant to kill the heart of the Empire itself? To deny Talos? No. I will have no part of any such empire. And I will gladly gut anyone who says otherwise. Enough talk. There's much to do. Get yourself kitted out with what you need. Welcome to the fight.
Okay. What? I thought I already took.
We need more drunk people in Skyrim. That would make things 10 times more fun. I mean, why would the guards discourage drunken behavior when they should?
I have found the final resting
A
place of the
drunken person
Jagged
is a happy
Crown.
person.
Can you believe it? Well, I'm almost certain. We're headed to Corvinjune. But if old King Borgus is indeed buried there, we're bound to run into trouble of some kind. Your fellow Stormcloaks are already assembling outside the tomb. I'll meet you there as soon as I'm finished up here. Have you not heard that ancient verse? Maw unleashing rays of snow, of dragons from the blue brought down, birth the walking winter's woe, the High King in his jagged crown. Going way back to King Harald's time, or even before, the High King always wore the jagged crown. It was the symbol of his might and power. The crown is made from the bones and teeth of ancient dragons, and it is said to contain a portion of the power of every king who has worn it. True or not, who would dare deny Ulfric's claim when the legendary jagged crown sits upon his brow?
How do you know it's there?
It's true. The location of the crown was lost with King Borgas after the Great Hunt killed him while he was off on his damned election campaigns. But legend holds, his body was secretly returned to Skyrim and buried with the crown. Its exact whereabouts lost in the following Wars of Succession. Through sources that shall remain nameless, I've tracked down what I believe to be the final resting place of King Borgas, Corvinjun. If the crown exists, it will be there.
You anticipate danger.
Aye. The Great Hunt killed old King Borgas. Gods only know with what profane arts those elves cursed his remains. Curses notwithstanding, the tombs of kings are always full of traps to ward off grave robbers, are they not? But nothing a band of Stormcloaks can't handle, I assure you.
Okay, as long as there's enough red shirts that, oh wait.
First, we'll kick the Thalmor and their bloody Imperial puppets out of the country. Then, we will rebuild Skyrim into the land she once was. When we are done with that, we will take our army to the Dominion and show those pointy-eared bastards. Not every man is fit to be their slave. Don't wait around for me. I bet I'll beat you to Corvinjun even though you start first. What? Get over with the rest of the men at Corvinjun.
Well, all dragons are first now. Brown and green skin, generally covered in brown skin cousins. Until now. Dun, dun, dun. Oh wow. Silver giant. Oh, there he is. Jur?
Say you were looking rather nice today. I just can't resist someone wearing tight-fitting armor. I'm all ears. Are you saying you don't trust me? Fair point, actually. I wouldn't trust me.
Oh wait, not my weed satchel.
Okay then.
Hail, ill-filled.
Hail, Galmar. Ha! I knew you'd join up. Great news. We'll take back Skyrim together, eh? I'm glad I'll have you beside me in there. This place chills my blood. And I don't care who knows it.
What are you talking
These old ruins. My father always told me to stay away from them. Good advice, I'd say. But never mind all that. We've got a job to do, and nothing's going to stand in our way.
What's the situation?
Cold as the inside of an ice wraith. That and some Imperials are camped out around the entrance, staying nice and warm around their fires.
Imperials? Well, if they're keeping themselves comfortable, let's slip in and send them to their graves that way. What's the Legion doing here? Damn Imperial spies! Well, should be fun for us at least. They don't seem to know we're here yet. Ready to spill some Imperial blood for Skyrim?
Should I?
Even the Imperials might eventually decide to patrol their perimeter. Get yourself ready. Even the Imperials might eventually decide to patrol their perimeter. Get yourself ready.
Shit. I need to...
You ready?
I'm ready.
That's what I like to hear. Listen up. Those Imperials aren't here by coincidence. They're spies. Found out we know about the ground, and they don't want us to have it. They will stand our way. Glory of the Empire!
Very so cool.
I'm right behind you.
I don't understand
That's
why
the
he's
way
so-
I like it. Short and bloody. Pierce and put him down. We attack on my
You're lucky I've come here. Well, thanks to your corpse.
Greta, Engar, stay and guard the entrance. We don't want any Imperial reinforcements taking us by surprise. The rest of you lot are with me. Gotta try now! I don't like the look of this. Perfect spot for an ambush. 10 to 1. They're just waiting for us on the other side. Oh, you sure about that? Must be the storm. Please, be my guest. And go die, rebel!
Brutal.
For the sons of Skyrim.
Subtle amounts of warp.
The Hall of Stories. We must be getting close now.
They say these walls show the history of the ancients.
Dog. Bird. Dog. Butterfly. Bird.
That looks like some kind of claw from a statue. I wonder what it's used for. Good job.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Come on, boys. Let's spread out and see what we got. Unblooded, do what you do best. See if you can find some way to get that gate open. Keep looking, Unblooded. There's got to be some way to get that thing open. See a lever anywhere. it. All right, boys, let's get moving. We've got more. Crown must be around here somewhere. Spread out.
Wouldn't mind piercing me with a arrow, stabbing me with a sword, and then walk away laughing. Should I be worried?
Cross me. Get the crown off that roller.
Come on. Look, I think it's off now. Alright, come on.
Yes, I'm listening.
Why can't I get on?
That crown must be here somewhere. Keep looking.
I'm so tired. Oh, awesome. Come on. I think I'm going the wrong way.
I've got your back.
So silly. guess I'm gonna have to restart. Not that bad. I still already but really? I have to go all the way back. I don't want to go all the way back. This is so lonely. I have all the way back. Oh.
Are upset. They don't all support you.
Damn the Jarls.
They demand the moot.
And damn the moot! We should risk letting those milk drinkers put Toryg's women on the throne?
You're
She'll hand
alive.
Skyrim over to the elves on the
I
silver
owe
plate.
Ulfric a drink. I have to admit, I didn't think we'd be seeing you again. I misjudged you. You're definitely Stormcloak material. It's time we made this official. You ready to take the oath?
I don't think so.
Not at all. That was as much a test of your abilities as it was your resolve. I wasn't sure your heart was in it, but you've proven me wrong, and I respect that. Now, if we're done being sentimental, it's time for you to take the oath.
Oath?
Before you're one of us, you must swear fealty to Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak, future High King of Skyrim. You must also pledge unswerving loyalty to your fellow Stormcloaks, to Skyrim, and to her people. Don't take too long figuring it out. Might mistake your hesitation for Imperial sympathies. Come back when you're committed to the cause, or go join the Legion. They're taking anyone with a pulse these days. All the more reason, then. The crown would legitimize your claim.
A crown doesn't make a king.
No, but this one.
If it even exists.
It exists, and it will be the symbol of the righteousness of our cause. Think about it. The jagged crown. It heralds back to a time before Jarls and Moots. Back to the time when the king was a king because his enemies fell before him, and his people rose because they loved him. Skyrim needs that king. You will be that king. Whoa. You must be.
You're certain you found it?
When have I ever been false with you?
Fine. I'll send the Unblooded here with you. Fancy a crawl through a moldering dungeon to see if you can't stir up Garmar's jagged crown.
It will be there. You'll see.
Tullius has camps in the pit. It's about time they turned their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want? I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course, and the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there. Alduin, the World Eater of song and legend. If that's true, well, it changes the situation, doesn't it? Even Tullius may be forced to talk sense in the face of such a threat.
So you'll come?
Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
What kind of shit is that? This stuff here? Like really? What kind of shit is that?
I'm not interested, Jari. It doesn't matter how many times you...
Fletching suits me.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes tedious, but a well-made arrow strikes forth like the fury of a god.
opportunities working.
castle door.
I'm telling you, Ulfric's planning an attack on Whiterun.
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join his cause. Riften, Dawnstar, and Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General. The man's going to try to take Whiterun.
Jarl Balgruuf.
Balgruuf refuses the Legion's right to garrison troops in his city. On the other hand, he also refuses to acknowledge Ulfric's claim.
Well, if he wants to stand outside the protection of the Empire, fine. Let Ulfric pillage his city.
General.
You people and your damn Jarls.
Sir? You can't force a Nord to accept help he hasn't asked for.
If Ulfric's making a move for Whiterun, then we need to be there to stop him. Draft another letter with the usual platitudes, but this time share some of your intelligence regarding Ulfric's plans. Embellish if you have to. We'll let it seem like it's his idea.
Yes, sir.
You Nords and your bloody sense of honor.
Sir.
I remember you. You were at Helgen. Speak to Legate Ricka. I suspect we could use someone like you. I see. Then there's nothing further to discuss. If you change your mind, speak with the Legate. The Greybeards. What do those old hermits want with me?
Peace Council.
Why, there's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor. They are getting to be a problem. But I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that. Dragons or no dragons.
Dragons are a greater problem.
You may have a point. It's getting difficult to even move troops around without attracting a dragon attack. By all accounts, the Stormcloaks are suffering just as badly. Even Ulfric might see the sense of a truce under these conditions.
So you'll come then?
Yes, fine. I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do.
Ow!
Really?
Sir.
That is just wrong. Others. And who got one? This guy.
So, you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters. Yes. Which is why I allowed this violation of all our traditions. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
So, Arngeir, is it? You know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not? What? Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come here in the spirit
You
of...
insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard, the nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that I would sit down at the same table with that Thalmor bitch. Either she walks or I do. Maybe so, but bringing her here is a deliberate provocation. Tullius needs to know I won't be pushed around. Well said.
Very well, Ulfric. Enjoy your petty victory. The Thalmor will treat with whatever government rules Skyrim. We would not think of interfering in your civil war.
Ha! Skyrim will never bow to the Thalmor. Unlike your Imperial friends here.
You're lucky I respect the Greybeard's counsel, Galmar.
Legate, we represent the Emperor here.
Sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the Dragon Menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
Arrange a temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? Jarl Ulfric. General Tullius. This council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar. Do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hope to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely out of character.
I want in return.
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough! First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire, and deserve a traitor's death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth. In exchange for Markarth, the source of most of Skyrim's silver. Hardly. Riften seems like a better choice to me. Well fortified, easily resupplied from across Lake Honric, plus all the mead we can drink. I'm glad you agree. I was starting to wonder whose side you were on here.
The Dragonborn has spoken, Tullius. Markarth will be ours. Now we'll see if there's anything behind your talk with good faith.
You disappoint me, Dragonborn. I accepted your invitation on trust in your good name. But it seems you intend to favor Ulfric. I can see now that this is not a negotiation at all. I know you, Ulfric. If I hand over Markarth, you'll be ready with a new demand. You'll never defeat the Empire, and you know it. But you're willing to sacrifice thousands for your own selfish ambition. Soon enough, I'll have you back under the headsman's axe, and this time there won't be any dragon to save you.
As always, the Empire's fine words are worth nothing.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your pitiless agreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
I don't know about the end of the world, but this dragon situation has gotten out of hand. If this truce will help the Dragonborn here put an end to that menace, we both gain. Remember that, Ulfric. Now, back to the matter at hand. You know as well as I do that we can't hand over Markarth on these terms.
You see what talking to them gets us?
Out with it, then.
We want compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten.
You slaughtered the very people you claim to be fighting for. True sons of Skyrim would never do such things.
Damned Imperial lies. My men would never stoop to such methods, even in retaliation for your butchery at...
Would it be wrong if I was physically attracted to you, even though you're...
So, Dragonborn,
Sorry.
what do you say?
I was thinking out loud. Just ignore anything I just said.
Well said. For once you'll actually pay for your crimes. I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, These are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thungvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Leila Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften.
Wait, what?
The Stormcloaks will pay appropriate compensation for the massacre at Carthwaite.
Blackbriar to be the Jarl.
You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the Dragon Menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Come on, Dalmar. We have a lot of work to do.
So that's settled then. I thought for a minute there was going to be some serious trouble. Never have I been so disappointed. Oh well, we still have a dragon to trap in Dragon's Reach, which should be a little more interesting.
Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
Well, that's an excellent question. You haven't overlooked that little detail, have you?
Ah, I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temp, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up. Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with the voice, he will hear you wherever he might be. He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Alduin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call. Ah, indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here in this scroll. Oda Ving, winged snow hunter, as I read it. I'm afraid there's
one more thing.
Seriously.
We know about
Discover who the Greybeard's leader is.
That's fine. We needed his help. Now we don't. And it's long past time for him to pay for his crimes. And he's not just any dragon. He was the right hand of Alduin. He committed atrocities so infamous they are still remembered thousands of years later. He needs to die. He deserves to die. And it falls to you to kill him. Until he's dead. Well, I'm sorry, but we would dishonor our oaths as Blades if we continue to help you. Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're either with us or against us. Here's the big picture. He helped Alduin enslave our ancestors. He may have betrayed Alduin in the end, but that makes him worse, not better. We can't afford to give Parthenax the opportunity to betray us in turn and return to his old master. Do the right thing. Parthenax deserves to die.
You're just sadistic. That's it. That's it.
Have you ever thought that our lives are just one big game? Like, someone is sitting there playing with us. And no, I don't mean that kind of adult. It makes you think, though.
Don't be chewing on anything. Still need to go to Dragon's Reach.
We're ready, Dragonborn. Just say the word. May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
You ready to trap this bitch?
As I promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word.
Okay. I'm ready.
My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands. Go ahead and call this dragon of yours. We're ready. We're ready when you are.
You and I make a great couple. Oh, I mean like a team, not like... Forget it.
Steady. Steady now. Keep under cover until it's down.
Orvuta med Kodav, caught like a bear in a trap. Zokfrini Grin Kogra Drunviki, Dovahkiin. Ah, I forget. You do not have the Dova speech. My eagerness to meet you in battle was my undoing, Dovahkiin. I salute your low cunning in devising such a Gramindol stratagem. Zuubonar, you went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. Kinsir Alduin, No doubt you want to know where to find Alduin. Renik Vaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself. Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course, Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him.
Where do I find it?
Once Lord Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesure, the souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa-ok midore navarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free? Ah, well, Croesus, there is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention.
What's that?
Only this. You have the Thuum of Adova,
But without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn. Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this. Aran, you wound me, Dovahkiin. I may not tell the whole truth, but I am no liar. Go and see for yourself. Zu ni bo norhet. I will be here, unless Alduin returns before you do.
Incredible. Sir, you have no idea how long I have waited for such an opportunity. I would be most appreciative if you would permit me to perform some, tests on you, purely in the interests of the advancement of knowledge.
Be gone, mage. Do not test my promise to the Dovahkiin.
I assure you, you will not even notice me. Most of them are hardly painful at all to a large dragon such as yourself.
Very bad idea.
Something to tell the Grand King? You sure about that? You want to let that dragon loose after all the trouble to catch him in here? Your funeral. Someone else is gonna have to help you get him back in there. Get ready to open the trap. This seems like a really bad idea to me.
Carry on, soldier. This is all part of the Dragon Lord's plan.
Was nu? Sie nie dein Rufe erstmal.
Supposed to be doing? Talk to Odaving. Sorry.
What's on your mind?
Nothing. I don't want to talk to you. This motherfucker right here.
I'm glad. That's sorted. Well, you caught the dragon. Now I guess you'll be heading to Sovngarde? But luckily only as a guest and not as a permanent vet.
Come on. Really? Really?
What's on your mind? I'm here if you ever need me.
This is bullshit.